Hey, it's Scott McFarland. Good morning. It's Monday. Busy week ahead. In this city, in the nation's capital, filled with powerful people and famous names, I want to tell you about somebody you've never heard of before. New York Assemblyman Charles Levine. Been serving in the New York General Assembly as a Democrat on Long Island since 2005. Represents the community of Glen Cove, just south of Long Island Sound. Who is he? Why is he worth talking about? Well, I'll explain that in a minute. But first, let me note that here we are now, 4.5 years later since the U.S. Capitol insurrection. There really is no formal markings of the day here in Washington. You know, there was that law passed requiring a plaque to be hung on the Capitol grounds to honor the police heroes. Almost 3 years later, no plaque and no commitment from House leadership as to when it'll be hung or really if it'll be hung. And on January 6, 2025, after Trump was reelected, there was no vigil or ceremony on the Senate floor or House floor to honor the January 6th police heroes. Enter 3 different state legislatures, Nevada, Maine, and New York, including the Assemblyman, Charles Levine, who are introducing legislation, new law, to either commemorate January 6th in those states or to ensure the history isn't rewritten or whitewashed. Levine, who is now 20 years into his assembly career in New York, has introduced legislation requiring the teaching of January 6th, the insurrection and the aftermath, to K-12 students in every part of New York, no matter where they live, red area, blue area. Kids are to learn. And what he told me by phone over the weekend is, if we don't teach our students about the truth of history, we're doing them a grave disservice, and we'd be doing a disservice to our nation as well. On the local level, they're trying to fight to keep the history intact. In Nevada, they have passed a resolution into law that formally states that Nevada's state legislature condemns the pardons of the January 6th rioters, and they have sent that condemnation by mail to the White House. And in Maine, there's a resolution passed into law to make sure January 6th is formally honored in the states. If they don't do it in D.C., they're still doing it in communities.